All right, hello everyone. This is Crota coming back at you and going into game number 2. And we already see that it is going to be an undead orc against it is a night elf human this time around, as there was a random player, as you guys saw in the loading screen. Now, unfortunately, I don't know if the random player is Th000 or Infi. I believe both of those players have fairly good familiarity with the Night Elf race, so I won't be able to say for certain. Now, obviously, this is Turtle Rock. Turtle Rock, a rather small map because of the amount of dead space around the map here. If you take a look, there is a lot of unused space on the map, just so that you have the feeling of the turtles. And with that, what you end up seeing, or what you end up having, is a map that, even though it says is rather large, feels very small. Now, we are going to be going into an Ancient of War creep, and let's take a look. We can see that the Altar of Elders is already down for the Night Elf. It means that we will most likely be going into a Demon Hunter matchup with an Archmage, and this is one of those really strange situations. Now, you rarely ever see an Archmage Demon Hunter work together, and it actually opens up a number of wonderful combinations. One of the main problems that the Demon Hunter has... Wow, that's a very fast uproot. He didn't even train up an archer. What was that about? I can't believe he's actually making his way over. Oh, it's gonna militia creep. Wow, talk about a lot of teamwork here. The militia are now making their way over here to the giant sea turtle, and is now trying to take down the giant sea turtle. The Archmage will be popping out here in just a moment, and what you're gonna see is that the Archmage will get to level 2 extremely quickly. Still, one of the benefits of having the human who can actually speed build that Altar of Kings. You can see now that all the units are backing off here. The Archmage is already sitting at level 1, or should be getting to level 2 here in just a moment. Wow, just 4 experience shy. I don't know if that Ancient of War actually took out something it wasn't supposed to. And if it did end up taking down something it wasn't supposed to, that would deny that Archmage that necessary experience. Meanwhile, back over here in the center, as the Archmage gets to level 2, the Blade Master is already going for this Ogre Magi. Ogre Magi is going to drop a very nice item in addition to that Sentry Ward. All right, let's take a look back over here. The blood, or wait a second, the Demon Hunter is now trying to try to run in. Is he going to be able to steal it? We could see the mana burn. Oh, good goodness. Oh, yes, the mana burn steal by the Demon Hunter. Beautifully done, as the Blade Master, now down to 40 experience, tries to run away. Will be able to do so, as he does pick up Boots of Speed off of that Ogre Magi. A brilliant play there. Very difficult to try and steal creeps, let alone with a mana burn. But being able to do that really turned things around. Demon Hunter now sitting at level 1, getting very close to level 2. And this is the perfect time to try and take down the Orc base. The reason being here is that the Orc player cannot really get into any serious fight in here just quite yet. You can see now that the Blade Master is around. We are going to see a Scroll of Town portal come in, and all of those skeletal minions are going to get taken down. All right, Blade Master, very low on experience, now gets taken down as well. And oh my goodness, that Demon Hunter is going to hide behind some bushes and then be able to sneak out of there. Down to 18 hit points, down to 6, and killed by the Archmage, I believe. Killed by the Archmage to deny that experience. Huge play. Huge save there, as the Archmage has just been doing some crazy things. Infi and Th000 have been playing at an extremely high level. I hope you guys are enjoying this. You don't get to see these players play together all that often, but when you do, wow, sometimes it is something else. Archmage now looking to back off here. You can see that the Huntresses are pulling back. Archmage now coming back around, as we are teching to tier 2 for the human player and I believe the Night Elf. Demon Hunter is about to be resurrected. Meanwhile, Blade Master should already be resurrected, if not so. Yeah, Blade Master is already out on the field. You can see that tech to tier 2 is about 2/3 of the way done, as we're already going to tier 3 for Black Citadel. Black Citadel on that undead side, so important for that Orb of Corruption, and that Orb of Corruption works so much better, especially on top of the Blade Master. the Blade Master is a base attack hero, so giving any unit -5 armor that the Blade Master is attacking would be an extremely dangerous combination if the Orc player thinks of it. I don't know how much WFZ and 120 play in a 2v2. I don't even remember. I just simply thought of the strategy. Now, I don't know if it's very, very commonplace. It just seems to make sense, as the Death Knight is nearby, sitting at level 2, has Claws of Attack +6, but has not given it yet to that Blade Master. Blade Master has a lot of items, perhaps should be giving some healing salves or healing up some of his own units as well, so he opens up some of those backpack slots. Demon Hunter now trying to get away. +9 agility on that Demon Hunter. Crazy amount of armor there. Are almost up to 8 on a level 1 hero. That's pretty much unheard of, as we're looking at the Death Knight now sitting at level 3. Grunt down to 86 hit points. Now tries to run away. That Gargantuan Sea Turtle will be doing a little bit of chasing for quite some time before coming back. And now as he's coming back, he could just get taken down very quickly, as the Grunts are just trying to prevent him from getting there. Demon Hunter now gets a mana burn off onto that Blade Master. Blade Master low on hit points and has to be extremely careful. Blade Master now looking to back off here. Demon Hunter still right there. Staff of Preservation. That Blade Master needs to take down the Gargantuan Sea Turtle and pick up the item. Are we going to see that? It should be a Potion of Greater Healing or Potion of Invulnerability. Very nice item, as the Blade Master does decide to pick it up, as he uses a healing salve to heal himself back up. Off to the north, you see that the Panda has been picked up by the Night Elf player. Very interesting choice, I'd say. Usually you don't see Panda against an Orc. Maybe sometimes against... No, actually, you don't even see it against an undead player. And that's actually a little bit curious. I don't know why we're going into a Panda yet. We're looking at what appears to be a Paladin who is running back and around here. Archmage really in a fight that he has no reason or rhyme or reason belonging to, as we're looking at the Gargantuan Sea Turtle about to get taken down once more. Shadow Hunter, healing salve onto a Grunt. Shadow Hunter should pick up that item there with no problem. Will not get to level 2, but will get very close. Wow, very good estimation there. Right within 4 experience. As we're looking at Scout Towers and now a Tree of Life being placed down. All right, Scout Towers being placed down. We are looking at the Paladin trying to clear out this creep camp here on the north side. Meanwhile, Grunts are going after the Guard Towers. The Guard Towers will get canceled here. There's the cancellation on the Tree of Life. And no real experience gained. However, it is going to buy time for the the Night Elf and the human army to go and creep out this relatively difficult creep camp. All right, Rune of Healing may be dropped here. There you go. Pick it up. Heal up all of the units once again. And now the Panda sitting at level 3. The Demon Hunter sitting at level 2. Not quite sure what a level 3 Panda is going to be doing here, as we're now looking at an engagement inside the main base. It's going to come as a very nasty surprise when the human Night Elf player comes in with a level 3 Panda, especially with that Wand of Mana Stealing here, as we could be going into an engagement. All right, are we going to see? There's a Breath of Fire hitting a little bit of units there. A Dryad may get taken down. It looks like, no, not taken down. Down to 34 hit points. Going to barely survive as the Naga Sea Witch now comes in. There goes that Dryad now, as the Kodo Beast has been surrounded. All right, Panda could try... No, Panda's going to defend here, as we now see a Blizzard being cast down. Kodo Beast trying to run away very quickly, and this fight is actually looking extremely good. Actually, no, after that Breath of Fire, things are looking rather shaky. Are we going to get enough Spirit Link to heal up all of those units there, as we now see another Blizzard raining down on all of these units here? So far, the Raiders are now trying to pull in. The Grunt getting healed back up there. Another Dryad taken down. There goes, I believe, the sound of a bear taken out, as the Blizzard is coming down on top of all of these Grunts here. That is a bit scary. Low hit point Grunt now trying to run back. Does get healed up just a little bit. We are still looking at the Obsidian statues healing up and keeping this army alive as best as it can, but we are relatively low on mana on one of those Obsidian statues. That's going to be very bad news as the units are still giving chase just a little bit. Paladin is in a bad way, gets taken down. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, as the grunts are now on fire in a bad way. Will they be able to regroup as the Demon Hunter now taken down? This is looking extremely good for the blue team, and it looks like WFZ and 120 will be able to mount up a large enough counterattack here in just a moment, making his opponents lose a lot of units there. But one poor peon apparently didn't get the memo to not fight unless the rest of the army is there. So far, the Blade Master hasn't really been able to do very much. You can take a look. The Crypt Fiends are there. I am still a bit curious about that Panda. The Panda coming in from the Night Elf army doesn't really make that much sense at all, as we now see that the Panda was forced to just Breath of Fire Grunts and Crypt Fiends, relatively high-level hit point units that can easily survive and recover after a Breath of Fire. All right, Deep Panda now trying to engage there. Slow Poison coming back around. Gargantuan Sea Turtle. Meanwhile, we now see an engagement inside the base here. It looks as though the farm is going to get taken down. And as this farm goes away, we are going to be upside down on supply. We are still looking to push forward here still. And as these continually get taken down, we are now going to finally go into an engagement. All right, Spellbreaker getting in some feedback damage. There's a Blizzard. There's a Breath of Fire. Panda is in a little bit, or Blade Master in a little bit of trouble here. Has to be careful. And now, are we going to see an engagement? There is Abolish Magic being used, as the Blade Master should be using a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability sometime soon. Not quite sure why he hasn't done that yet. Potion of Invulnerability still on the Blade Master. He is still staying alive. Going after Dryads. Death Knight up to level 4, I believe. Yes, up to level 4. Continuing the chase. And the Demon Hunter gonna get... Oh, no. Does not get taken down. There's a Scroll of Town portal, as the units are now getting ensnared, and all of a sudden the Archmage army is in a bit of trouble. Archmage gets ensnared once more. Oh, Potion of Invulnerability just in time to stay alive. 7 seconds, a 7-second grant on life there, as all the units are still giving chase. All right, Grunt gets taken down. Speed Scroll now being used. Panda now trying to get away, unable to do so as he gets ensnared. And with the Blade Master, Staff of Preservation saves him. Archmage is now back up to 410 hit points after all, a heal from a rejuvenation, I believe, and some Priest. Dryads getting poked apart again, as Infi and Th000 are wondering what they can do to try and counteract WFZ's and 120's incessant push. All right, let's take a look. Lich now making its way over. May try and get a couple of easy kills here. There's a Spellbreaker simply walking through, getting all the way back. Not quite sure why it was able to regroup with its army. That was a free experience right there. And you should not, obviously, should not let units walk around like that. So far, we're going into an engagement here. What is this? Huntress is now looking to engage. Grunt's now coming down as well. Breath of Fire coming in, and there is that Drunken Haze Breath of Fire 1-2 combination. Crypt Fiends looking to continue to deal more and more damage, focusing down perhaps the Dryads, the Priests, dealing so much damage as now the Panda has gone out. It looks like that is going to be the game, I believe, as the Archmage is now being forced to retreat. This army is just simply too large, and it looks like WFZ and 120 has reached critical mass. Archmage now ensnared with no real items to try and save him. Only thing left to do is constantly Holy Light, and that's all you can really do there, as the Archmage could try and risk another Blizzard, but that could spell disaster as well. All right. A Destroyer going after units. It looks as though, yes, the Archmage does go down. That is the GG. And now we are all tied up at 1 game apiece. WFZ leading the score this time around. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game number 2. Please stay tuned for game number 3.